This machine down here is the concentrator, provides oxygen 24/7, just needs to be plugged up and turned on. This is your on and off switch right here. Gonna flip it on. When you turn it on, you're always gonna hear that initial beep. The noise that you hear now is the noise that the machine generally makes while it's running. Here in this clear cylinder, there's a ball bearing inside of here. That's how you're gonna set your liter flow. That number is determined by the doctors. Do you know what that is?
Do you know what the liter flow is?
Your liter flow?
Okay, well, I'll confirm
what
that.
numbers that tank on?
Oh, that one?
Yeah, I should say. Oh, it's on zero. Yeah, so that number, call the doctors and ask them what the liter flow is.
Okay,
Whatever that number is,
just set it there.
set it by turning this black knob and put the ball bearing. The ball bearing will move up or down, so just put that next to whatever number they tell you.
Perfect.
Green light means everything's good, the machine is running as it should. If there's a problem with the machine, you'll get a red light at the top.
Got it.
If you get a red light at the top, give us a call at this 800 number. This green tube is like an extension cord. It's 50 feet, so you don't have to move the machine around.
Got it.
The clear tube is a nasal cannula. That's what goes around your face to get the oxygen. The clear tube needs to be replaced every 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Got it.
So every 2 weeks, you're just gonna pull it off right here, throw it away, and put a new one on.
Got it.
Oh, there's
How frequent should be
2 weeks.
one?
Every 2
You
weeks.
know what if it's not being used every day?
Still 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep.
Even if it's not used?
Yes.
Yes. But you will use it.
So there's spares there?
If
You will use
There's
it.
more inside of these
Okay,
bags.
good.
So this top machine is called the home fill. It allows you to fill up the portable tanks down here. So
Oh,
So the bottom machine makes the oxygen, feeds it to the patient. It also gives oxygen to this machine to put inside of these tanks.
oh, that will be portable, bring it
Yes.
anywhere.
So it does the same thing as that tank over there. That's so this is your on and off valve.
You can put
It should always be closed, turned to the right, always closed unless you're ready to leave. When you're ready to leave, that's when you open it up, turn it to the left. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
I remember that. We'll be using
Right now the tanks are empty, so they need to be filled up.
Mm.
So to fill them up, you would place the tank onto this coupling mechanism right here. Just put it in the hole and push down. When you have that on, your valve is closed. Tank is inside of the machine. You're going to turn it on here at the top. When you turn it
Starting to
on,
feel-
you're going to get this yellow light. It's like a warm-up period. That light's going to be on for about 5 to 10 minutes. This yellow light's going to go off. Then you'll get a green light here where it says filling. When you have the green light, that means the tank is filling up. When the tank is done filling up, you'll get a green light here on the right-hand side where it says full. That lets you know the tank is full. It takes about 3.5, 4 hours to fill up a tank. When the tank is done filling up, turn the machine off, push and hold down this white release button, hold it down to take the tank off. Then you can put the next one on.
So the thing is, once you actually fill these up, you can kind of store them indefinitely.
Yep.
It's not like you have to fill this up right before you leave.
No,
Got it.
you only fill them up when you've used them, basically.
Got it. And just leave it
And
on the
just
side,
it,
ready to
they'll
go.
still store, yep.
Got it. Okay.
All right, so now let's imagine that this tank is full and you guys are ready to leave the home. In order to get in order to get the oxygen from the tank to the patient, this is called a regulator. This needs to go onto the tank. You have 2 silver spouts sticking up here in the back. They need to go into these 2 holes onto the tank. So you're gonna come from the top, slide it down, push it into those 2 holes on the tank. Once it's pushed in, you're gonna twist this clamp all the way. Get it tightly on there. Once it's on, you're gonna set your liter flow, same number that you would have on the machine here.
Which we'll get from the doctor.
Exactly.
Got it.
You would set that by turning this black knob. There's numbers inside of the box. Just put it on whatever number that is. Then you're going to take one of your nasal cannulas, one of the clear tubes. All the tips look like that. And you're going to push that onto this spout sticking out here at the bottom.
Got it.
Once you have that on, you're ready to leave the home. Turn it to the left, oxygen will come out.
And how long did you say for one tank?
3 to 4 hours.
3 to 4 hours
Yep.
to actually consume.
Exactly.
Got it.
The same amount of time it takes to fill is the same amount of time you'll have to use it.
Gotcha.
Depending on the liter flow. If it's higher than 2, it's less time.
Sure.
So 2 is kind of the standard number for most folks.
Okay. And are these allowed on airplanes or no?
Yes.
Oh, they are.
Yes. I do believe you have to like notify them or whatever. But yeah, they're allowed.
Before
Got it.
The machine's not allowed, but the tanks are. So generally, we have locations like all over the U.S. So like if you plan on going somewhere, another state or whatever, you can let us know, and then they'll have something ready for you when you get to wherever you're going. Like if you were to go to Arizona or whatever,
Got it.
there's a location nearby. They'll deliver you some tanks for you to have while you're there.
Oh, all right, cool.
Okay. Any questions on anything?
What about maintenance and cleaning?
Yep. That's next.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So on the machines, you have some filters. You got one on that side. You have one on this side. On the top machine, you have one in the back.
All right.
About every month or so, take the filters off, dust them off. They will collect dust. Doesn't matter how clean you are. Take the filters off, dust them off, rinse them. Make sure they're dry before you place them back on the machine.
Got it.
And that's once a month.
What's on that?
Once a month, okay.
If the machines collect dust or anything like that, just wipe down the machines. That'll, keep you from having to clean the filters too many times. Of course, there's no smoking around any of the oxygen, so if anybody's going to be nearby smoking, just ask them to be 25 feet away. No open flames near the oxygen, so no candles, no incense.
And you're talking about oxygen, including this machine, not just
Including
this
the
tank.
machine, including the tanks, all the oxygen.
Got it.
So it's okay that your stove is there, that's fine. It looks like an electric stove anyway,
Electric
so
stove.
yeah, you're good.
Now, what about that pellet stove?
That was going to be my next thing. We don't want any of this stuff next to that.
How far?
It's okay, like this distance is not 25 feet, but it's okay because that has its own safety measures, where flames won't exude up out of there. But like, don't store anything next to it.
And those space heaters, no problem either.
Space heaters, no problem. Just don't, while those are running, don't store the oxygen next to it.
Got it.
Because those will get to a certain temperature, basically.
Got it.
Okay? Your tank outside, that's the backup tank. If the bottom machine stops working, or if you guys have a power outage, you're going to use that tank out there. I'll show you how to work that in a minute.
But it should be similar to that smaller tank, right?
It's similar, exactly. It has the same regulator on there. The only difference is that you're going to take this green tube off of the machine, connect it to that out there. It'll have a spout that'll be green. Connect the tube to that. It has the same on and off valve like this. Turn it to the left, it's on, and that's it.
All good?
Make sure. I believe that's it. You guys got any questions?
Not me.
Yeah, so how long? I mean, it depends on the
Do you see?
the usage of this.
That's between you and your doctor.
Oh,
So, yep, however long they want you to have it. I don't know.